Hey guys, so in today's video we are going to learn regulation of body temperature. So how are we going to regulate body temperature? Means like if you are in a cold place, in such places your body temperature will be very less. So in such conditions how our body will act, and in summer seasons our body temperature will be increasing so much, and in such increase in body temperature conditions how will our body react. So in these two conditions we will see how the body temperature is regulated by the body. So now if you are in a cool place, you went to Manali or something, so if you are in a cool place and now your body temperature will be obviously decreased, or you are in winter season, obviously our body temperature will be decreased. So in such conditions what our body will do is like it will start stimulation of heat gain centers. So this heat gain center is present in posterior hypothalamus. Posterior hypothalamus. So this will stimulate the heat gain center. So what will happen after stimulating the heat gain center? So after stimulating the heat gain center, this heat gain center, it will increase the sympathetic activity. So it will increase the sympathetic activity. It will increase the sympathetic activity, and it will also help in doing the physical movement, shivering. During winters we'll get shivering because for maintenance of the body temperature only we'll get the shivering. So increase in the sympathetic activity and shivering. What will happen for shivering? Shivering will increase the production of heat. It will help in generation of the heat in the body. So that is why we will do the shivering. And because of increase in the sympathetic activity, because of sympathetic activity is increasing, so so what will happen? Adrenaline rush will increase in our body, and because of adrenaline rush, and there is metabolic rate, increase in metabolic rate. So increase in adrenaline and increasing metabolic rate. Along with these two, there is a cutaneous vasoconstriction and decreasing sweating. Decrease in sweating. So because of cutaneous vasoconstriction and decreasing sweating. Why decreasing sweating? If there is increasing sweating while evaporation, see if here I am getting the sweating, so while evaporating, the water evaporating, it will take the heat from the body and it will evaporate. So but we want heat in our body, so we don't want sweating and we don't want such evaporation and heat loss. So there is decrease in the sweating. So there is increasing the sympathetic activity, which leads to increasing the adrenaline secretion and increasing the metabolic rates. Why metabolic rate increasing? Because of the metabolic rate increases, there is a heat production in the body. So that is why increasing the metabolic rate and cutaneous vasoconstriction, and there is decreasing sweating. So this will all what will do, there will be decreased heat loss in our body. As of there is the decreased heat loss means our body temperature is preserved. So this overall will help in normal body temperature, gaining our body temperature to normal body. So normal body temperature. So did you understand now overall? So we'll review this once again. So when the body temperature is decreased, there is stimulation of heat gain center. So because of the stimulation of heat gain center, there is increase in the sympathetic activity and there is increase in the shivering. Because of the shivering, there is the production of heat, and because of the sympathetic activity, there is increasing the adrenaline secretion and increasing the metabolic rates, and there is vasoconstriction and decreasing sweating, which all leads to decreased heat loss, and this will help in gaining the normal body temperature. So this is about what will happen when the body temperature is decreased. Now let's see what will happen to the body, how the body will react when there is increased body temperature. So when there is increased body temperature, so stimulation of heat loss centers. We don't need heat. Our body temperature is increasing, but we need normal body temperature. We don't need more heat. So what we'll do? There is stimulation of heat loss centers. Stimulation of heat loss. We don't want heat, so there is heat loss center. So everything to this opposite comes here. So what will happen is here heat loss center. So here there is no shivering. Here shivering is present, and here there is no shivering. And here increased sympathetic activity, but here there is inhibition of the sympathetic activity because we don't want heat, so we don't want sympathetic activity to be increased. So inhibition of the sympathetic activity. So because of this, opposite here what is there? Increase in adrenaline secretion. Same way here, decreasing the adrenaline secretion, increasing the metabolic rate. decreasing the metabolic rate. Here cutaneous vasoconstriction, here cutaneous vasodilation, here decreased sweating, but here increased sweating. Why increased sweating? Because of increased sweating, heat loss will occur because sweat will evaporate by taking the heat from our body. So increased sweating, and because of all this there is increased heat loss. Here decreased heat loss, here increased heat loss, and here because of shivering production of heat is increased, but there is no shivering, so decreased production of the heat. So this all will totally come to normal body temperature. So these all pathways lead for maintaining the normal body temperature. So this is the complete flow chart for regulation of body temperature.